Hello, hello. Let's just hope my computer doesn't crash again. And just head right over here. Yeah, I was uh I was going to grab some materials and my entire PC crashed. I wanted to see, okay, we got a decent bit of those, but this means making modular frames is gonna be quite annoying. I just want to make as many as I can so I can use them later on though. So, in order to get what I need, I'm gonna need a lot of tractors. Mostly just because I've decided to make the mistake of using tractors instead of belts for everything. Which is kind of terrible, but it's fine. I hopefully shouldn't need reinforced iron plates, but just in case I do, I think I'll keep them there. And I'm thinking I could also utilize some Caterium, potentially. Maybe I try and get the zip line real quick. This one's technically closer. Yeah, looks like that's gonna be the closest one I can get. That looks like bauxite. The feeling I need to go around. Yeah. What I'll do is oh hi. Easy enough. And then I'll build this right here. And it should be easy to get these now. I can't actually access this until that goes out, so let's do this. And we'll just boost this as much as I can. Hopefully not going over the power limit. Yeah, the capacity is well over what I need. I think we'll grab these. I don't think I need that much more. It's using a... Oh, it's a 3-for-1 type of deal. I lied, that means just getting 50 needs 150 ore. But I think that means getting 50 Caterium wire should only be 75 ore, so I think we got enough. Let me also potentially get a crafting bench and craft some up myself. It's not any less efficient, it's just more manual. There we go. Oh, I should probably... Okay, in this case, actually what I'll do is I'll throw the rest of that in there, and then I'll use this to craft quick wire. Oh, I was wrong. It's actually a 1-for-5 type of deal. So that means 150 of these only needs 30 bars, which is 90 ore. And it is 150, right? Well, it's just 100 for that, but I suppose I'll get 200 so I can get that too. Checks out. Okay, I think I need 30 quick wire. Okay. And then, I suppose I should try and get 100 for that just to see what it is. Okay, cool. Power switch, smart splitter. Let's see, I can get those. Yeah, I can pretty much get anything on the right or the left side here, but I can't go any further here because I need plastic for that, and that's the next tier of items. There, now I can actually kind of travel faster. Let's head over here. I should now be able to get the remainder of the truck stations in. If I get item sorters though, I could actually just narrow this down to one truck sorter. So I think I might invest in that in the near future. I guess until then, perhaps I'll work on various. Okay, let me see what I had going on here. I had storage for down here, and then I think I had one that also gave me iron. And I needed to push that into a singular station over here. That could get complicated and very fast. I think I might end up breaking that pretty soon. See, is there any Caterium nearby here? Or is it the same spot down there? It's that way. Yeah, I'm very certain it's the same spot I was just at. Oh no, it's actually this one over here. This is the one I was at. In this case, I might honestly end up rebuilding these. Because it doesn't really make sense to run these like this. I don't know what I was thinking. What I should be doing is actually taking material, throwing it into here, and then delivering it to a potential better factory down this way. And then I can just split it from there. Because this is a little bit narrow and I don't like that. Alright, let me see. Let me see about doing some item sorting. I'm a huge fan of not complicating things. This I could also probably start designing. Oh, that's new. I don't remember that existing in the past. There we go. I thought I was gonna fall there. I think what I might end up doing, I might end up just leaving some of these over here. Just like that. If I do that, perhaps I should leave a smelter over here as well. And then get some kind of like a storage. Perhaps more organization though. Say I want to throw ore into here, get it out from here, and then I can take the smelter and just... And this by default is 15 per minute. That's 37.5 per minute. That works. Then we'll just control to that. There we go. Oh, it's using 112 per minute. Perhaps I should do this then, because that's going to be 120 per minute that can go through. And then this is only 60, and that's fine. So I need copper for that, and then another 200 of these. It's the nearest copper to me. Oh, right over there. Oh. Okay, this is iron, but it's all like impure and stuff. Oh, that's not bauxite, that's copper. Okay. I want equivalent to one pure node. And then I can do that. Need 50 of these, and it's a 2-for-1 type of deal, so I need 22 iron. Not iron, sorry, copper. I could probably push those to be more, right, more of an automatic thing, since I actually do have the materials for that, but there we go. Not the hub, I actually just need a crafting bench. Well, actually, while I'm here, I might as well go to hard drives and scan them, because it takes a lot of time. Oh, wait. I just realized I should not have done that. Not since I plan to research something. Um, oh, it's 200. Can I pause this? That's fine. Suppose what I'll do until then is, the same type of deal here, except with a constructor. For quick wire, it'll take in 12 and output 60. I could potentially output up to 120 though. And if I just throw 100 in there, that should automatically convert into quick wire there. Right. I'm only gonna be half as efficient until I get reinforced plating. There we go. I just have to wait. Because this is gonna take a little bit. I think while I wait for that, perhaps what I'll do is I'll take the quick wire I have now and a bunch of those. There we go. I'll redesign the factors over here. And I'll try and push it towards having item sorters and all that. Whoops. There we go. Oh wait, why is all this out? No. Oh wait, did I not actually connect the fuel? For what reason? Oh. So we get a splitter. It's gonna go in from this side. Um, that's just not gonna work at all, huh? Okay, what I'm gonna do is that. And I'll just have to kind of sneak my way down through there. If I'm correct, though, this is going to bottleneck a little bit. Because it should be pushing well over 60. I suppose once these start to fill up, it won't matter. Because technically it should be only using 15 for each, but there's definitely a temporary bottleneck about to happen. Or about to be fixed. Because now I should have all of them running. And that is 8, which essentially doubles my power. Yep, there we go. And let me head over to the MAM research, which is over here. Okay, we have, ooh, stitched iron plate. Or 6 inventory, okay. We have iron wire or cast screws, and then we have either 6 inventory slots or alternate plate. I think we're just gonna wait on this. And then I want to push Caterium. That needs computers, so we're gonna hope that it's not this one, but I'm like 90% sure if I want items to be split, it has to be this one. That's 50 of those and 10 of those. That's a lot of resources. I should definitely invest in automating that process as well. And then here, I have like the doorway there. And I kind of want this doorway to be like its own sort of thing. It's weird because that's like the one spot where the door itself breaks the pattern, but it makes sense. Then we kind of have this little concrete area down here. What I'm gonna want is eventually the truck station up here. In order for me to do that, I'm gonna want to break these walls up top as well. And essentially the idea is we'll close it in kind of near the pipes, I think. Or maybe not, that could get too close. I think we push it as far over this way as we can without it sticking out of the side of that wall. Let's get a floor hole here. I'll replace this with a Mark II later. I'm actually missing iron plates. That is insanity. Let me make sure I can get more plates. I want speed. I need it to... There we go. So let me try and manually hold this. Manually holding it's a little more optimal in my opinion. Alright, where do I have plates that I can take extra from? Pretty sure it's over here. Nope, that's rods. It's gotta be... Oh, there's some plates I can take from there. There's also a crazy amount of rods in here, so let me... There we go. Get 3 stacks of those, that's fine, and then... There we go. Alright, let's head all the way back now. Oh, ladder, I see. Because we have this constructor for the backup generator just in case things go down. Um, this could cause a little bit of problems because switching this is going to break things a little bit. So let's first break this. I will then use default there. I'll then use a merger here. Splitter here. That's not gonna work. Okay, let me see. Perhaps I should get reinforced plating there first, just to make sure that this functions properly. That way I can just route it to the same belt and not have any problems. What I want to do is see if I can't get the coal to go through a tractor. Although that means I'll actually need to open up a third coal mine, since these two are technically powering these generators perfectly. Using any of the fuel from the two mines I have over there might end up bottlenecking the coal power. So I should probably invest in making sure I don't mess with that too much. I never made the reinforced plating. Let me head over here and actually make that. And then once I do that, I'll replace what comes from the truck station at the coal plant with Mark II belts, and then I'll keep the ones in the front. Yeah, I'll keep these two up front for now. And what I'll do is later invest in just replacing these when I can, because I want to make sure I don't end up taking coal from the system. And the main problem I have is this kind of fuses into the ground. I'm not really a fan of that. But I think what I'll do, I'll take a merger. Oh, wait a minute. Technically speaking, if I'm gonna do what I've said I was gonna do, where I just connect all these up, I'm gonna end up needing to switch all of these for Mark II belts as well. Technically that one, but then whatever goes from here can be a Mark I. And the reason for that is because only half of the system, if traveling through one belt, needs to be double speed. Let me make yet a few more reinforced plating, so I don't have to go all the way back just to do that. And what I might end up doing later is kind of making like super weird looking layered factories. I think getting decoration could be cool later on. We'll call that enough for now. All right, there we go. Now I'll head into here again. And I need this to be Mark 2. And then this can be Mark 1. I just want to kind of push that right there. I'll get a merger here and kind of just throw that in there for the time being. And what should end up happening, right, this will also have to be a Mark 2. What should end up happening is these will combine here and then kind of just merge into there. And this is more of a temporary thing, just until I figure out what will happen here. As a matter of fact, I could also actually what I could do, an even better idea is I'll merge that, take that, throw that right there. Actually, what I'll probably end up doing is just switching that. Throw another merger right there. This has to be Mark II because it needs to connect everything. I need 7 more reinforced plating. I definitely need to automate the process of reinforced plating. And very fast. It's getting excruciating slow. Okay, so what I'll do now... Oh wait, hang on. I also realized this technically doesn't have power, so I need to invest in figuring out how I'm going to get that. I think I'm just going to kind of learn from this. So this here might be able to push into some kind of like circuit system I'll push on the road. Although it might be worth having this go higher up and kind of hiding it behind here for now. Because I'm not exactly sure I want that poking outside. I'm a little too early in the game to be optimizing appearance, but we'll get it to work. But what I needed to do was head into here and then see if I can get this to go into here. We'll do that. And that means whenever I get the tractor to throw coal into here, it works. And also this should be unload. It will unload the vehicle. And I suppose fuel, we'll worry about that over here. If I'm correct, and this is going to get kind of complicated because I'm going to have to figure out where to build this, how to build it, and not break the power. I guess these two will sort of push into a collection system over here. And then
see, where's the other one? Okay, so yeah, these two will push into a collection system over here. And then we have more coal over here, except one I can't use. That's normal. And then I have another cluster of 3 somewhere back here, but it's extremely far back, which makes it not really optimal for this particular factory. However, there's also the other aspect of I actually need the coal for more than just fueling the vehicle and fueling the power. I also need the coal for steel. So these are both normal veins. Mark II belts are going to come in handy very fast. So I think what I'll end up doing is maybe attempting to make temporary steel farm or temporary steel farm first, because yeah, this is gonna get quite annoying. All right, there, we'll do that. I gotta power this over here. For now, I'll just throw that in here, but I do plan to change up the appearance of this later. And, okay, this one's iron. Oh, this is a pure node. That I didn't know. That means in order to actually get anything out of this... Wait. So what's this one? This one's copper? And then I have this split. Why do I have this split if this one's copper? Did I build this thinking it was iron last time? So I had one go into a furnace, and then I had the second one just go straight into the system. I definitely went into this thinking this one was iron. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. What I'm gonna do, for the sake of keeping things cheap for the moment, we get a splitter. Okay, that's too far. Let me actually do this. I want to add this splitter to the hotbar so I can stop doing that. There we go. And then we're going to go to organization. And then we can just push half of it into there. And we'll just do that to try and keep the belts looking lined up. That'll go a little higher because that's a little off. And I'm aware that's a little off, so it's fine. And now we're just gonna kind of curve it. We're gonna kind of curve it down to this way. There we go. Foundry. Okay, so this is gonna be 60, but these are only gonna be 45. The best possible thing I could do is just do that, except I don't want it at that. I want it at 60 per minute, and it's 3 to 3, or technically speaking, 1 to 1 system. I'll throw you into there, you into there, and it should be coming soon, right? There we go. Yep, we have iron going through. This is supposed to be a road later on, but we're just gonna push belts through it for now because it's the easiest thing I could think to do. And at least this way, we're now getting steel. And I suppose what I should do from here is, there we go. Actually connect that to storage. Gonna have to take down the entire copper farm because there's absolutely no reason to have raw copper come out of it. But I didn't realize what I was doing at first, so that works fine anyway. Grab that up real quick. I'm pretty sure I just need extra coal in order to get more explosives, right? Yeah. Actually, I need more sulfur. Why is it that I have not gotten... Oh. Is it because I needed steel anyway? I'm pretty sure it is. So now I can get explosives. The rifle is definitely something to look into. But if I wanted to get this, yeah, I need steel pipes. And that's the main reason. I need 50 of that, and then I need the pipes. That would be at the equipment workshop, right? Yeah. But in order to get 50 of that, I need 50 sulfur. And if I recall, sulfur's a little far away, isn't it? Oh, there's sulfur right up here? Okay. Let's head over here and see if I can't get to it. like fairly certain it's gonna be up there. Yeah. So that's gonna require me to either go around. It's the limestone. We don't care about limestone. Oh, I didn't even see you. Nice camouflage. Alright, we're just gonna go this way. Oh, hi. Okay, that works. We're just gonna do that. The only thing I should note is that I actually can't remember where I put all of these, so I will eventually forget. And then what'll end up happening is I'll have these on the map somewhere in undisclosed locations. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. If I had explosives, I could probably get through here. But if I just... Oh, look at that. I got through. Yeah, okay, so the easiest way is to actually go through the tunnel up through that way, but I need explosives in order to do that. Or I can constantly heal myself. But explosives also releases this. It also releases the Caterium vein. There's just so many things that getting explosives unlocks that it's kind of just worth pushing towards right now. So let's get the 50 of this that I need. I might end up sticking to a lot of temporary farms for the time being just because I'm now realizing there's so many things that I want before I even push towards automated farms. Let's just take that. One thing would be the smart splitters, which should allow me to completely skip over things. Alright, let me actually craft some steel pipe real quick. I'm pretty sure I need more steel in order to actually get a single fully efficient farm. That's for each steel item I can get, but we'll get to that later. What might end up being necessary, or not entirely necessary, but better is if I move iron from somewhere else into the system as well. But that's kind of the main point of using tractors at this point. Alright, so I need 100 of these. And then I can get the novelist detonator. That's crazy. Even if those errors are genetic. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Alright, let's get an object scanner. And then I just need 10 of these steel beams. And then I'd need 50 cable. Thankfully, I have enough wire to do all that. But I have been using quite a bit of cables. Alright, now we get a Novelist detonator. And of course, I do need a Novelist, which is black powder and the steel piping. Six, I want more than six, probably. Alright, so once I do this, I'll use the not the remainder, but some of the coal I have in order to make the black powder, and then I'll turn it into Novelisks, and then I can start finally pushing forward with a little bit more progress. Let me get 66 of these. The same thing I have for the pipes. And later I'll have this process entirely automated, but for the time being, we're just gonna let it be natural or slow. No, wait, I didn't need that. And actually, let me put this steel back. Yeah, the primary reason I want to do this is because I do want to advance and get just a couple more things before I start trying to fully design factories. Alright, now we're gonna switch to the novelist detonator. Oh, cool. Look at that, we got a coal node. I don't know why I just clicked that. It would be the right click button, but I figured it out. Okay, let's clear a path to this. Oh, you know, I kind of wish that did damage. Oh my god. Oh, well, apparently their corpses look like that too. Interesting. Well, let me finish up with my objective to make sure that I don't end up as one of those. Now I should be able to just kind of run up here to where my sulfur should be. Awesome. What that means is that later I should consider automating explosives and sulfur related content. It's weird that these didn't seem to damage enemies. Maybe they just weren't close enough. Whatever the case, I might do some things that might annoy me in the future. And by that, I mean I might end up switching up a lot of my factories to give me higher end products. Because getting the basic plating at the moment isn't really as challenging as to where I suppose right now I'm kind of lacking in the higher end equipment. reinforced plating and all that. We're getting steel pretty quickly. And I suppose what I should do is research these. Alright, maybe I try and get some cables so I can build the awesome sink. Because I would like to try and invest the goods of the fallen. Okay, I need 15 reinforced plate. That's gonna be quite annoying to craft up. All the more reason I'm saying I should definitely invest in further producing reinforced plates, modular frames, and rotors. There we go, and then I just have to hook this up once I get the cables to do so. It's okay, I do have a bunch of cables crafted back at the other base. We're gonna turn all these into DNA capsules because I'm pretty sure they do a crazy amount of tickets. Actually, one thing I want to do first. Just to verify, for those who don't know, putting a ticket into the awesome dispenser unlocks the cyber wagon. I should definitely get a boombox and start playing some of the tracks. Oh wait, this one's free. I'll take free stuff. 100%. Oh, right. I definitely do need to craft this into the DNA capsules. Nice. I actually do have to look into seeing if any of this music is copyright protected, because I definitely don't want to play it if it is. Oh, they got new statues? Or have those always been there? I'm actually not sure. Throughput conveyor, that's cool. I'll definitely use that in the near future. And when I say the near future, I mean later on, because I don't feel like affording it. Shelf unit, hazard box, medical. These are just reskins of the personal containment. Streetlight I do want in the near future. Um, I definitely want more walls in the near future, but I think I'll get more materials before I invest in that. The elevator I definitely want, but I have to advance in silica. Some extra structural stuff. Oh, cool, I can buy an obelisk, and of course I can just buy parts if I want to, but tickets eventually will get painful to make, so can I? I can't do two of those, that's okay. Oh, cool, I can't, never mind, I lied. Okay, cool. Okay, what if I do that? Oh, oh wait, can you not put the cup in the thing? Oh, that's boring, I suppose. I'll deal with indoor lighting later. That would be 5. Okay. I got 3 tickets left. I do want the asphalt foundation, but I don't exactly have the money for that yet. I do need these. They're not money tickets. And I suppose we'll just blow the rest of our tickets on concrete. Oh wait, the Explorer needs, oh yeah, no motors. I don't actually have the ability to make those yet. Do I? No. Pretty sure motors is a future unlock. But that needs 10 reinforced iron plating. I suppose we'll craft the reinforced iron plating and get the tractor, and I'll potentially start driving that one around. Let's hope I have enough to make 10 of these reinforced iron plates without heading back. I definitely don't. Okay, we'll head back then. Um, that's not right. Oh, cool. It looks like we're actually getting. Oh, okay, I did not expect all that. We're actually getting a bit of a backup of materials here. So I have almost 400 of these. Do I have a set of like backup screws anywhere? I'm gonna say no, because I don't want to take out of that and then cause any issues. But I think I should get Logistics Mark III because that could be very beneficial. As a matter of fact, wait. Before we do Logistics Mark III, which gives me Mark III conveyor belts, uh, I mean, I could definitely use that for the extra slot, but I'll do that later. I think I want advanced steel production for the Mark II miners first. That's how I get motors, which means it's also how I can get the Explorer, which is the much, much faster vehicle. But Logistics Mark III, there's not a single time I would need to use this yet. So yeah, no, we're gonna switch over to this. And instead of using 400 of those for that, we're gonna throw those into there. Let me get concrete. Have you gotten me anything yet? Oh, cool. Heavy modular frames. 500 EU needs to go into there. I need to make 100 steel pipes and 100 modular frames. Of course, I think I'm actually missing rods this time. Yeah, of course. As a matter of fact, what I might do, instead of getting crazy annoying, let me get cables so I can finally stop doing that. Let me get an assembler, chuck that right there. I suppose we'll get that and then we'll connect this. We'll set this to modular frames. And then I need approximately 82. So that is going to be, let me see. I need 82 modular frames. Divide that by 2 and then multiply that by 3. Okay, it's 123 reinforced plates. This means I'm going to need storage. Okay. There we go. That's now 123 of those. And I need 12. So instead of that, we'll multiply that by 12, and that's 492. Put 2 of those in there. And then we'll throw 92, and that should be that. Now this should start crafting. Potentially, maybe I max it out to get 5 per minute. And then while that does that, we're gonna head over here and get 100 of those steel pipes. And then I just hope that I can actually craft the motor and stator manually. Not that it won't still be annoying, but it'll be much better than making a temporary factory for it. Alright, so I need 100 of those. It's 2 for 3, so I need 150 of these. Okay, there we go. We're gonna go this way. Once I get the advanced power infrastructure, I'll probably also swap these out for the towers that actually provide a lot more movement. Because this I have to switch every like 13 seconds. At least with those I can actually last a decent minute before I have to switch. Excuse me. Oh. Oh, okay, this is the manual one I just made. I was gonna say, what is that doing there? Alright, I lied. This is going to take way too long, so let me head over here and I'll manually craft it up. Before I do that, let me chuck that in there. And I just need to make 70 more of these. And I want to say while this does its thing, I might head to the, be right back screen and see if I can't get some water before finishing it. Worst case scenario, I make too many, but it should be okay. Alright, we got like 10 more to go. Alright, one more. There we go. Now we can push these into here, launch that. Oh, what? They got a new animation? Nice. Okay. Well, I need more steel beams. It's 3 for 1. And then this is 2 for 1, which means I need 10 stators, which means I need 30 steel beams. So let me head over here And I suppose the only thing I can do is make those steel beams. Not beams, pipes, sorry. There we go. And I need 30 of the pipes. That means I need about 20 of these. Or is it like 40? I don't know. Let me just grab 100. Let me get 20 of these. No, I need 10 of these. It's 30. All right, let me get these. There we go. And now I can, oh, I need 15 more pipes and a couple more of those frames. Let's see, 10 of those modular frames. Of course, I wasn't done with the modular frames, hence the title. And there we go. Oh, okay. It looks like the belts are kind of in the way. So, here's what we're gonna do. Let's do that. There we go. And now we can just head under both of them. So, oh, it's okay with terrain, but it's not very fast on the messy terrain. I would like it to be fast, so I'm gonna have to break the messy terrain up a lot. Potentially start building roads. So I suppose what I'll do, I could either go hunting by going to different like nodes of ore that I might not have been to. Like that's a crazy amount of iron. This dismantle crate I also need to look at. Is it up there? I will be using you for tickets. And you as well. Well, it's a good thing that we don't waste. Oh, um, there we go. It's about time we progressed into getting the Explorer. Well, that works, I suppose. So then, I suppose what I could also then do is invest in bringing Caterium over to the main base. That can get me the smart splitter. I could also connect it up to the copper nodes below and potentially use that as the computers. Not computers, the AI circuits, I'm pretty sure. Okay. We still got one. Okay, that was too high. Let's try this. Interesting. Wonder what's down here. It's just a power slug. I'm gonna be a little disappointed. That was kind of not worth it. A little bit of wasted effort there. All that gave me was a power slug. Nice. There we go. Okay, we have a pure node here. It wouldn't make sense to try and use a Mark II miner because the default rate is 120, which would technically be 240. And also, I just happen to not have the materials. This is going to give me 120. And, alright, well, we can just go around then, I suppose. What I want to do. Oops. Is I kind of want to take this and push it over here. And then I'll take this and push it down here. Yeah, we got Caterium there. The first step, this is going to be 60. So we'll push this here. And yeah, never mind. So the most I can do with the furnace is it'll use 45 and it'll, oh wait, actually I can do it to where I can use 20 and, or use 60 and give me 20. So then I'll get 20 Caterium at a time. And then I can take that 20 and I'm thinking if I take that and turn it to 50, that's 10 every minute, which is 50 quick wire per minute. And then if I go organization, splitter, and then here into there, that means this will take some of this, or half of it, throw it into here, half of it, throw it into here. And I think I would like an assembler. Kind of want that to be curved. And the assembler would create these AI limiters, which is 20 of these, or 100 of these per minute, which is crazy. I can actually look at cutting this down to 10%, because that's only going to be 10 quick wire per minute. And then I need 2.5 copper sheets per minute. All right, we'll do this, copper, and then I'll essentially double it. So that'll give me 60 per minute. And then if I go with a constructor, I need 2.5 of these per minute. So that's only going to be 5 of those per minute, as to where this is giving me 60. So, let's see. This would be, alright, so that would be 20 on each. And then actually, if I do this, this would be 30. And then if I split this 3 ways, it's 15. Oh, wait, no. That's why. Because that's going to go in that way. So then this is 30 that way, 30 that way. This takes 5 and sends it there, 5 and then 5. This merges it, so then it should be 5 and then 55. Later I'll get the thing that I can mark it with. Oh, wait a minute. This is also technically incorrect because it should actually be 5 into a constructor. And then, yep, copper sheets. There we go. Now I'm getting one of these every 2 minutes. Could always get this to double, but that would require quite a bit of or would it? Wait a minute. If I get a splitter, and then we turn that into a Mark II. And then we have this as a Mark I system. Oh, wait. I forgot it, like, it copies over. Um, so instead of doing 10 per minute, I can actually just push this into here, push this to, oh wait, if I do that, oh, right, that's then 100 quick wire per minute. That needs to be a Mark II belt. And if this then takes 100 quick wire per minute, we can actually max that out and then push 25 out of here, which actually means I need to push 150%. That's going to be 30 every minute. And then we can push that. Wait a minute. This is 60 per minute, but this is only pushing 30 per minute. Okay, now we should be getting 60 per minute into here, and then 30 goes that way, 30 goes this way. I'm not sure what I'll use those other 30 for just yet. This pushes 100 quick wire every single minute. That means it was pushing 50. And then this should, in just a split second, be pushing 15 every minute. Oh, but I need that to push 25 every minute. Which means, isn't that max technically? It is, and that's 50 per minute. Which means, and I want to say this only actually needs to push 50 per minute, which means both of these can be decreased, or else push 1 to 20. Ah, yeah, I'll push them both to 25. Until I need more, it doesn't make sense to waste any more power than needed, because it can exponentially save me power. And the fact that I would still be getting 5 of these modules every single minute, I think we're in a surplus. I should then potentially split this, and then we'll push this over here. This is pushing 20 every minute, which means I actually do want this to push 50 every minute and use 10. And then we'll do that. And that way half of it gets converted into Caterium bars, because I don't know if there's any actual use for that. I'll trash these because I don't really care for it. I also don't want the raw ore. There we go. Oh, right, and this also needs power. There we go. So now I'm getting Caterium wires automated, Caterium automated, and AI limiters. Of course, the wires also look a little bit funny now. And if I'm correct, I need 50 of these for a power switch. And then I need 10 of them for the smart splitter. The smart splitter is what I'm most interested in. Perhaps to make sure I don't actually have to cross over there again. What I'll do is I'll just build an MAM research center right here. Nice. The only problem that I'm like 90% sure of is that the smart splitter actually doesn't provide filter, like item filter. Oh, it does? So what does the programmable one do? Oh, that's so cool. You have overflow, any undefined, none. Okay, awesome. That's exactly what I wanted.